All right. Good morning, everybody. Good Monday morning. Start of a new week, right? And we're just, what is today? The 13th. This is December 13th, 2021. Or what? 12 days out from Christmas. So holidays are upon us. And I just want to do a little news update. We're on channel 2 and we're on Liberty Warrior Nation, Facebook, and Twitch right now. So Shane's going to join me here in just a moment, and we're going to talk about a little bit of the current events, what's going on right now in the news. Good morning, Shane. How are you?
Good.
Good. Yeah, just kind of some interesting topics in the news right now. So I thought we'd jump on here and talk about it real quick. So there's a new poll out. 56% of voters believe Biden is not concerned about inflation. And we did a show, what was it, Friday or Saturday night? We did a show about inflation. We talked about it, Shane. We talked about what are some of the things causing inflation and how to try to combat it if you can. And it just seems like this guy here just he don't care. He's going to push his agenda, and bottom line, he is all about America last, in my opinion.
Yeah, you can say there's one word that causes all this inflation right now. I'm going to say not all of it. Let me rephrase that. There's probably 85% of this inflation is caused by one thing, and it's Biden. It's the administration that's pushing all this stuff. The CBO report come out the other day, which tells you how much it's actually cost American people for all this spending they're doing. And they said that it's going to be close to $4 trillion the American people are going to have to pay for. Not zero, like they said. $4 trillion. What do you think that's going to do to inflation? That's more money chasing fewer goods. That means them goods are going to go way the hell up.
Yeah, for sure.
People on fixed incomes can't afford that.
They can't. And that's the direction we're heading here. Among Democrats, only 48% think Puddin' Pop is very concerned about inflation. Only 48%.
Rich people never worry about inflation because they got money. They know that they can outlast the inflation. A lot of
it. Well, so reverse that number. That means 52%. 52% of Democrats could be very concerned about inflation.
Absolutely. I don't think this bill will go through now that they've come out with the American people can see that it's going to cost them $4 trillion. I don't think they'll be able to push it through. And if they do, that shows you right there, which may happen. That'll show you right there. Congress don't give two shits about the American people.
Nope. So 77% of Republicans say that Puddin' Pop is not concerned about inflation, while 22% suggest that he is. A Sunday ABC poll also gave Puddin' Pop poor marks on inflation. Nearly 70% disapprove of how he is handling it. Only 28% approve. So his approval ratings keep dropping. They keep going down, and it's just it's unfortunate that we're in this situation for sure.
Yes, it is a bad day. Every day's a bad day since he's been in there.
There's no silver lining on that, folks. Okay, so moving on. More stuff that I wanted to move to, but it's pretty interesting, some of the stuff I caught. And now I can't find it. Where did it go? Go ahead, Shane. You wanted to talk about, thank you, Lily J, for the super chat. You wanted to talk about what's going on with the is it the A word? What was going on in Arizona? You were saying it was on Right Side Broadcasting.
Oh yeah, it was on. I didn't get to watch much of it because I just caught it right before we come on here, but I don't know what's going to go on there, but it's something people need to be paying attention to. Like I said, I'll try to catch some of this afterwards. They were still kind of in our introductory stage when I come on, so of all the senators that was there.
But what are they talking about?
I'd have to go look, Mike, but it was basically what was going on with the counts.
The counts from November of last year?
Yes.
We really got to be careful of what we say on that because we know that if we talk too much about the A word that's going on or was going on in Arizona, particularly in Maricopa County, they're still kind of, I don't know, sifting through the ashes, so to speak. They're doing some stuff this morning, and so Shane and I are.
This was in Pima County where this was going on.
In Arizona?
Yes.
But what we're saying is they're looking at things right now in Arizona. So what does that mean? I have no idea. They keep bringing it up every now and again, but nothing's really became too much of it, to be honest with you.
No, I could probably zip over and look because it looks like we got over on 2. It looks like we got a few mods in there.
Okay. Something else that I wanted to bring up that I found this morning. Puddin Pop blames the big C, sickness, anxiety, and misinformation on the disastrous polling numbers. Thank you, Pat A, for your super chat. Appreciate it. So it seems like this administration continues to point the finger at everybody but themselves, right? Everybody but themselves. It's always somebody else's fault for how horrible the economy is, or how the border is, or any of that stuff. So I just thought I would bring that up this morning. Something else that I wanted to bring up was also, it looks like old Pudding Pop also decided to avoid the Navy Army game this year, which I believe typically most sitting presidents go to that game. It's kind of, I know Trump did several times. And the article states that it seemed like he avoided the Army Navy game because he wanted to avoid the chant, "Let's go, Brandon." So he won't even go out in the public spotlight because he knows that he is the most popular president of all time. And so, with all these fans and all these people that voted for him, he won't go out there and be a man of the people or the people's president. He decides to stay in the basement.
Yeah,
which is where he belongs.
He can't handle all the publicity. I mean, he's so popular.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And GM case, I keep seeing it come up in chat. The GM case will not resume until Thursday when they open. Will be the defense. It'll start Thursday. So there's nothing Monday through Wednesday.
Okay.
That's the last time I heard now of Friday night and Saturday.
Okay. So we'll try to pick up on that Thursday and Friday and see if there's anything new that comes out in the defense of the GM trial. And we got to be careful. Those reporting on that are getting taken down really quick. So
PNN put out one Saturday about it, and he had part of the transcripts and he read them. It wasn't a whole lot more than what we could kind of speculate was said, but he kind of gave what the farmer said and all that crap, the back and forth. So I think it was 12, 15 minutes long, maybe. Wasn't very long, but he had a little bit he added to it.
Okay. Sounds good. Real quick, for all you watching and listening right now, we are continuing to break records over on BeanPod. We're up to over 500 subscribers now on BeanPod, and the downloads are downloading like crazy, which is really neat to see those records happening. I have a podcast later this afternoon at 3 Eastern Standard Time, which is 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. I'm going to go live on BeanPod for an hour. I've got a special guest I'm working on. So if you guys want Liberty Raw Unfiltered, go to BeanPod, download it on your phone or your device. And then once you have it downloaded, look up LWN Podcast, and you guys can catch us this afternoon. There will not be the big show tonight. We're taking Sundays and Mondays off. So we won't be back on YouTube until tomorrow evening, 8 Eastern, 7 Central. So just throwing that out there to you guys. Now, here's something else that I want you guys to think about today. I realize that everybody watching and listening, we all have our own opinions. We all have our own beliefs. You know, I put some stuff out last week. I got some messages that said Tom Hanks at the funeral the other day was a CGI. Okay. Maybe, maybe not. But I want to throw this at you. Tom Hanks is playing a part in a show that I am hooked on, that I love watching, which is Yellowstone. It comes out on Paramount. It's been out now for 4 years. It's got Kevin Costner in it. They have a prequel to that, which is 1883. And the prequel to that is how things started before Kevin Costner, and it plays Tim McGraw and Faith Hill and Sam Elliott. Tom Hanks is supposed to appear in that series for probably one show. So I ask you, how is Tom Hanks going to be a CGI in that show?
You know, Mike, I keep hearing this, and I don't know how true it is, but they say he's got a brother that looks almost identical to him. Jimmy or James or something like that's his name. So who knows? Who knows?
I'm just throwing that out there, as I'm pretty sure they're not going to use CGI. Are they going to use his supposed brother that looks similar to him? It just, listen, it doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense to me. Hillary was also in the news yesterday on Sunday Today, and she was talking about, that's another thing that I wanted to bring up. So check this out. She said that if Mr. T wins the election of 2024, listen to these words, that he will destroy our democracy. And I say, let's have it. Let's get back to the republic. We don't want a democracy. We want a republic. So she made that statement, and she also made the statement that the people who are chanting "lock her up" have no idea what they're talking about. So thought I'd throw that at you guys this morning too, that she's back in the news. She was on live yesterday, Sunday. Oh yeah, I'm sure she's a clone and a CGI and all this other stuff. I just it doesn't make sense to me. Not anymore. Doesn't make sense anymore. So check it out. It's on Sunday Today. She was on live there, and what's his name? He quit Fox News. Did you hear about that?
Oh, Chris Wallace? Yeah,
Chris Wallace.
Never trusted him. You know, his dad was pretty good.
Bye-bye, Chris Wallace.
He not only quit Fox, he went to CNN. You got to read the whole story. He went to work for CNN. That tells you how big a snake that little rat is.
Yep. So anyway, just a heads up. All right. Anything else you want to put out there?
Like I said, they're still not really going over anything in FEMA right now that's real interesting yet. So
Okay. All
it's a
right.
long drawn thing.
Well, you know what they say. It
Give
is
me
what
half
it
a
is.
second. I'll run down through my notes here. I've got them listed up here. Make sure we didn't miss anything.
No, I think we got it. I think we covered everything that we talked about this morning. So
I think
as
so.
far as I know, I think we just got to pay attention to what else is out there and keep an ear on the ground and an eye on the sky, right?
Mr. Potato calls inflation spike a bump in the road. That's a hell of a speed bump, so I'm going to say.
That's the type of speed bump. If you go over it too fast, it tears your transmission out, leaves you stranded on the side of the road.
That ain't
Jeez,
no doubt.
it's just a speed bump.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
just a speed bump. Yeah.
Well, we'll see how he handles this or doesn't handle this. And
Well, he ain't handling that now, so why start now?
exactly. All right, folks. Well, I think Shane and I are going to check out. So again, if you want to catch Liberty Raw tonight or this afternoon, 3 Eastern, check us out over on Podbean. That's where we'll be. It'll be an hour-long show, unfiltered. So if you guys want to join us over there, download Podbean on your phone or device and then look up LWN Podcast. All right, folks. We will see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Right, Shane?
Yes.
All right. Later.
See you.